Hello there, people of the internet. It's your boy, Clinical Depression here, and I'm here today to do you all a civil service. Now, if you're anything like me, you despise the grind, the absolute slog that is the rebuilding of Colony 6. Unlike, some people I know. But yes, if you're like me, you despise it. And there are very many aspects to rebuilding Colony 6 that can be a bit of a hassle. You essentially would need a guide or a wiki open at all times in order to pretty much figure out where to even start. But regardless of who you are, there is one item that is easily the most difficult item to find in Xenoblade Chronicles. And that is the Ice Cabbage. Ice Cabbages. So, Ice Cabbages are items that will spawn in very specific places that you will literally have to go out of your way to find. And they have a 6% drop rate. 6% drop rate. Understandably, Ice Cabbages can be problematic for very many people. Also, they only spawn at night. Forgot to mention that part. So yes, Ice Cabbages. Big pain in the ass to find, to get. So today I'm going to show you an easy way to kind of farm them, especially early on in Valak Mountain. Now there are a lot of places where they can spawn on Valak, but this is where I found they can spawn the most consistently. So here, what you need to do first is you need to get to the story point in which you go into the secluded tower, and you can melt ice throughout Valak. From there, we'll pull up the map. You want to go right over here, melt the ice here. Oh, sorry. You want to go right over here, this spot, melt the ice, walk all the way up this path. Position yourself for a jump here, so you can jump over to this wall that you have to climb up, and then you need to make it up past Valak Peak to 3 Sage Summit. Now 3 Sage Summit is home to like 3 level 99 monsters that you can fight later in the game to get specific rewards. But what's important is there's a cliff here you can jump off of to land at this pool. And this pool is where an Ice Cabbage can spawn. Now again, they spawn in other places. I've heard they can spawn in the Chilkin lair here, east of the snowfield. They can spawn at Kana Peak. Apparently they can spawn in the lower level by the lava cave too, though I haven't seen it myself, honestly. And they can also spawn south of the sealed tower. But there's a lot of other things that can spawn there, including monsters that can get in your way. And this is a secluded spot where nothing can bother you, and you could just constantly load in and out to find Ice Cabbages. Now, to prove that you can do it, I'm going to attempt to do it here, and I'll show you the direct method. It's very simple. So what you got to do is look in the ocean. There will be 2 items that spawn here, regardless of what you do. 2 items. So we didn't get it. What's the next step? Next step is exiting out and deleting the game, because looking for Ice Cabbages is absolutely terrible. Sorry, bad joke. So you exit out of the game, you load back in, and then voila, 2 brand new item orbs will spawn in the lake, and you can restart anytime. So you just gotta check here, see if you have it. We didn't get it, so then we exit out and then load back in. I already have the 2 the 2 Ice Cabbages I need, but I will likely just show you that you can actually get it here, so you guys believe me. And plus I also need to fill out the Collectopedia and get the 3rd one for that. So in order to reconstruct Colony 6, you need 2 Ice Cabbages. If you want to do that and add 1 to the Collectopedia, you unfortunately need 3 Ice Cabbages. So They didn't think it was enough for you to have to do this once and sit around and wait. You have to do it 3 times. I've been doing this for like 4 hours now. Alright, I'm gonna cut to where I get the ice cabbage. Fucking finally. Jesus Christ, I've been sitting here for like a half an hour. Okay, so we got the ice cabbage. We got the ice cabbage. Now, actually first, let me just show you. So, I have 3 ice cabbages. I only need 2 for Colony 6, so the last one will go in the Collectopedia. Okay. Heavy boots. You just get heavy boots. You just get heavy boots, okay. So next, if any of you at home maybe want to skip the grind and don't want to do something that's fully dependent on RNG and luck, there is a way to ensure that you can get an ice cabbage in the game. Unfortunately though, it's as much if not more of a hassle than sitting here and reloading saves constantly is. I wouldn't recommend doing it, but I'll teach you how to do it regardless. Keep in mind, I'm actually not at the point yet in the game where I can do this in my playthrough here, so I can't necessarily show you, nor do I want to show you because it's under very, very specific conditions, but I will direct you to where what you would have to do and how you would have to do it. So first, we're going to head over to Alchemoth. Okay, so here in Alchemoth, there is a specific NPC that, first and foremost, regardless of what you do, you need to talk to this NPC. Yura, right here.
Yes?
Just talk to him. It's very important that you do. So, do not invite him to Colony 6. Just talk to him and make sure that you have him in your affinity chart. Alright. So, Definitive Edition did this amazing, amazing quality of life change where you can track any character that you can have affinity with in the game. You can track them and learn of their location and figure out what trades they have. So Yura, that's Yura right here. So Yura, you can see what trade items he has and what he does. So there is a specific part of the game with Yura where after the events of Mechonis Core, if you do not invite him to Colony 6, you got to keep this in mind. You have to talk to him, but you cannot invite him to Colony 6. After the events of Mechonis Core, he will move to Valak Mountain. While you are in Valak Mountain with Yura, you must have 5-star affinity. Keep that in mind. You have to have 5-star affinity with Upper Bionis. 5 stars. That means you got to talk to everyone, do every single quest you can possibly do, and even then it probably won't guarantee by the point that you get to Mechonis Core that you'll be able to get 5-star affinity. But you have to look for Yura by tracking him with the R button here in Valak Mountain, and only then will he give you an ice cabbage as a trade item. I don't need to tell you how much of a hassle that is in general. Getting to 5-star affinity, making sure this one character does not go to Colony 6, and then looking for him in a random spot in Valak Mountain, it's all a big headache. That's why I would just recommend sucking it up and dealing with the RNG. In any case, thank you guys for watching. If you want me to do a Colony 6 reconstruction guide, let me know. I'm open to the idea. If you want to see any more types of videos, whether it's guides on how to play certain characters, how to make certain character builds, trouble with certain boss fights, how to access specific areas or do certain side quests, let me know. I just figured this is a big notorious thing in Xenoblade, and it's not something that's made much easier in Definitive Edition. It's made a little bit easier by some of the quality of life changes, but not very many. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.